Watercooler, watercooler, watercooler.
Hey, and welcome back to Watercooler, episode number 321, also known as 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 45. Thank you so much for tuning in and choosing to listen to this very program. I don't get it, but it's fine.
I'm not a fan, but I'm glad that you are.
I'm glad that you are. You know, to each their own is what we say here on the Watercooler.
You can listen to it, I guess.
Yeah, you know the show goes. All right, Chris Loxamana, kick it with my cruel digital buds like Mike Dawson.
Welcome front.
What?
I like to welcome people front instead of welcoming them back.
Oh, I get it.
You know.
Okay, so now we have I think we have it all covered. All welcomes covered. We got the front, the back. Gary Smith's here.
What's up?
And Matt Fondelier.
Hey, brother.
All right. So, got a lot going on. First off, I want to thank everybody in Washington, both in Spokane and Tacoma. I got barked at a lot.
Yeah.
Really?
Barked at a lot. And
By people or just
by
neighborhood
people,
dogs?
dogs, yeah, just the passerby. When I sneak into junkyards in the middle of the night, the dogs would bark at me and run at me all the way till their chain was just perfectly taut.
Huge fans.
Yeah, huge fans.
Thank God they had the chain on.
Huge fans of the program, but yeah, I really just go there for an ego boost. Mm-hmm. I sneak into the junkyards and just get barked at. Yeah, it makes me feel better.
You should go to the animal shelter.
They don't bark at me as much there. It's more. Never mind. Anyway, so I just want to thank all the listeners that were barking, and we're just a lot of compliments for all of you guys, and everyone wants to say hi. The barking people confuse the staff at both clubs very much so.
Really?
And
there was enough of it that they noticed.
Yeah, and it was too much for me to explain. It's just like, it's a thing. That's all I can say. It's a thing. They don't get that a lot. They don't get it a lot, so it was really cool. So thanks to everybody out there. It was cool meeting you and taking pictures and all that. Let's see. So it was a great trip, very standard, except we did one extra night of shows, so got kind of tiresome.
Yeah. You bought us another day off. You bought me another day off.
You're welcome.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome. I do it all for you guys.
I heard on the Corolla show that he wouldn't let you order crab Benedict.
Well, yeah, we ate at this diner, just talking up the entire weekend, and then so we go, and I like to order their signature featured item of any restaurant, just because it's like, okay,
this is where you're putting your name on.
Yes,
let's try it out. And
theirs was eggs Benedict, and I love a good eggs Benedict. It's simple, it's not too heavy, it's just but it is. I think it's hard to get right.
Hands down, best breakfast done right.
Yeah. You got to do it right, though. And they are like, basically in the menu said, this is what we're known for. Literally in the description, this is what we're known for, and we do it right. And it's your standard eggs Benedict with Canadian bacon, which is just ham, right? That's what Canada calls
it's ham. Not really ham.
It's kind of its own thing.
What is the difference?
It's polite.
It's different. There's a subtle difference to it. I don't know what it is. I know there's a difference in taste. I'm positive there's a difference in the way it's cured and cut and whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not it's not bacon as we know it.
Yeah.
But it's not really ham. It's hamish. Same animal. But it's not what if you go and get a ham in the grocery stores, you're not getting the Canadian cut of ham.
But Canadian bacon is closer to American ham than American bacon.
Correct. Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. Well,
we tackled the tough issues here.
Yeah, we really do.
We got that out of the way. I was worried about that one.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to go around a few times.
Yeah, you think we're preventing the quick Google search for our listeners? We're not. We're still encouraging it, even with our explanations, but it's fine. So this eggs Benedict comes with the ham, but in the italices right under, substitute Dungeness crab for $4.
$4? That's a bargain.
That's a bar. Look. They had other crab meals that were very expensive, but I could just get Dungeness crab on this eggs Benedict. So I'm thinking that's what I'm doing in my brain. That's what I'm doing. But then I see like a sausage and pepper omelet that looks good too. So of course we did the thing where you're reading the menu in real time and someone just goes, "Hey Chris, what are you getting?" It's like, I don't know. I'm torn between the eggs Benedict or the sausage thing. And then of course Mr. Crowell's like, "So am I." So let's do that thing that couples do, where you order one of each and then you share it.
And then you had to say, "Well, I was considering the crab."
Yeah, I did. and he says, "Don't do it." So I order it with the ham. The waiter comes by. The waiter, by the way, recognizes Adam's like, "I served you 7 years ago."
Wow.
Tells Adam, "I served you 7 years ago," and it was a really cool place. And then, and he didn't write anything down. And Adam's doing that weird thing where the guy is definitely within earshot, and Adam's like, "I don't trust anybody who doesn't write anything down." And I'm just like, "Stop it.
Spitting in that food, buddy.
Stop it."
Meanwhile, this guy's a career waiter. He's been
Yeah.
doing it at least 7 years. He's a pro.
At least 7. We asked him. He's been there 17 years.
Okay, so that's come on. At that
Yeah.
point, you got to give the guy the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, it's basically his language.
Yeah.
Right. So,
23-year-old, I get it.
well, the reason Adam gets nervous is because Mike August orders, and he goes, "Yeah, I'll take the Denver omelet." But no, sorry, I'll take the steak and eggs. How do you want it cooked? Medium rare. How do you want your eggs? Scrambled. Okay, Adam, and Mike goes, "Actually, I want my eggs sunny side up." Like, and he's like changing it back and forth. Where this guy's doesn't have any so I can understand Adam's getting nervous because
Sure.
Adam's now modifying his order. I want onions on mine. Can you do that? And he's like, "Yeah, we can put onions on it." So it's just like, all right, what are we doing? And now, by the way, I'm mad that Adam put onions on his thing and
Wouldn't let you
wouldn't
put
me-
crab on
yeah.
yours?
So he's talking shit on this crab the whole time we're waiting, and I'm like, dude, crab makes everything better. It's I prefer it over lobster.
So
Not
good.
breakfast though. Crab will not make. I like where your head's at. Yes, crab is great because
Crab
it's
enhances.
crab. But I think should at least agree, or the hill I'm going to die on is the one thing crab does not make better is eggs Benedict.
Have you ever had really good
I've had
crab Benedict?
Hey Shay,
I've had really good eggs Benedict.
All right.
Shay,
what
would
you're
you? Gary's not in the room for the listener. If they're wondering
opened it.
where the stupid claw drop went, would you have gone with the crab? Had you seen it, or would you stick with the regular?
The question.
Found the claw's only weakness. Sub-zero temperatures!
We have speakers out there, son.
The question isn't would I order the crab. The question is would I order the crab with Adam Carolla sitting at my table?
Oh, doesn't matter. I want to know what you would have done. I don't care with Adam or not, because I know Adam influences, and the fact that he was paying
trying
does
to-
influence.
I'm trying to help you
Yes.
here, Chris, but I would probably not default order the crab Benedict, much
Okay.
to what Dawson is
You don't.
saying.
I'm not asking you to default. I'm just curious of what you think.
Yeah.
Now, so I'm thinking, we're talking to this crab, and I'm like, this is going to be good. There's no way it's going to be bad. Why would they offer it if it was going to be that terrible? So I'm thinking I'm going to order a side of crab. So the waiter drops off he refills, like he tops off our coffees, and then I do that thing where I'm go, "Oh, excuse me, can I?" But he's already turned around and walked away.
17
now,
years JV.
So now my finger's just in the air, and I slowly put it down, and I've already drawn attention to myself with the people at the table, August and Adam, and they go, "Wait, what's going on? What do you want? What do you need?" Yeah, and I went, I was gonna get that side of crab, and that's where it's just started to hail it. No, you're not. You are not getting that crab. I'm like, I can't get it on the side. Yeah. It's like, are you gonna pay for it on your own? Yeah, I'll pay for it. I will give you the money. I'm good for it. I can pay you $4 for the crab.
yeah.
Let me get this crab, and yeah, it became a thing.
Well, it doesn't really work out that way in the math because they'd have to take away your.
I know.
bacon.
I know it doesn't, but for the sake of argument, that's what I was just trying to argue.
Chris.
You're right though.
Chris.
I
Yeah.
can certainly sympathize with you because I recently spent a shitload of money to thank some people for being good friends and coworkers.
Which I gave you credit for.
Oh, everyone gave me credit for.
No, on air I did too.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Only to have my boss destroy the gesture as some kind of a monstrous act because a few of us chose our bread differently.
The
than
Gary
we would've.
special. Yeah, Gary got not Cagers. He got Langers for everybody, and the number 19 famous pastrami sandwich. We typically served on rye, but a lot of people have followed in Gary's footsteps. He's a pioneer,
Certainly.
and he's created a following for getting his pastrami on the French roll.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense on a pastrami dip to me.
Yeah.
The sandwich was good. I enjoyed it.
Would you have
It
rather
doesn't
had rye?
fall apart.
Would you rather had rye?
I don't know. I think next time I'll get rye.
There you go.
But the next time I'll probably just get the pastrami dip like I usually do.
Gotcha.
You still hate rye, Matt?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And when Adam saw that mine was not on rye, he said, "What's up?" And I looked at him and I said, "If I want my sandwich to taste like dirt, I'll drop it on the floor."
I can confirm I was there for that comment.
Oh,
He
great.
laughed.
Yeah, that's funny.
He did laugh.
And and you're totally being serious because you do relate
really
rye
don't
to
like rye,
eating
yeah.
it or tasting
But,
like dirt.
I mean, listen, I thought everybody's arguments were valid. I'm not the kind of person that would normally want to change the way that a restaurant makes something because you are theoretically changing the flavor of it. But
I have shown you the light.
just genuinely don't like rye bread. I've had it enough times in my life to just be like, not for me. Same thing with olives. Don't like olives, really. Not for me.
Tuna on rye. That's a good sandwich.
Well, there you go. Yeah, see, I would never do that.
Let me ask you something too, because we obviously took a lot of flights because we had a flight to Seattle, then to Spokane, blah blah blah. If the person next to you looks like they've dozed off, do you wake them when they're handing their beverages and their
Nope.
snacks
No
out?
way.
You never
Nope.
wake them.
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
I got tapped.
You got tapped.
That's awful. Like, I've been
what was-
tapped before, and I gave the look like, "What the
Like
fuck
the
are you
guy
doing
was so
touching me?"
nice. The guy was like he was just like, hey, just they're gonna be coming up here with the drinks. Just want to make sure you're awake, kind of thing.
He wanted to chat.
He was
Now
talkative too.
here's the thing. If that's a
like,
cross country
"Don't touch me."
if that's a cross country flight, I might be able to forgive it a little bit more because, especially on a big plane, like that's your only
you
shot.
missed that,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
5-hour
pretty rough.
flight, especially if you're pinned in the window and you can't necessarily get out or something like that. But you guys were going on like hour and 15-minute flights. There
Yeah.
was no reason for him to alert you.
We're all adults. We're all aware of what's happening inside the cabin of this airplane.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Dawson, in my travels across America, I have noticed that not all of us are adults.
I've seen people even like stick Post-its on their forehead, like "Please awaken me."
Yeah.
Well,
Well, cool. That's what you
For
want
snacks.
I'm
to do.
jealous of those people that are able to sleep on a plane that much that they have to put a note on a Post-it to wake them up when a cart and noisy people are doing things.
dude, I've missed the cart when I didn't want to. It can happen.
Yeah.
So I just want to say that guy is the luckiest dude in the world because I could have been a crazy a-hole, but luckily I'm just a hungry guy, and I said thank you.
Yeah.
And yes, I will take a biscuit and a beverage and
I
a
was going to
sparkling
ask
water.
which flight was this? Was this a morning flight, an afternoon flight?
This is the flight home, so
Okay,
morning
pretty
flight.
early morning.
Yeah.
flight. Okay.
Yeah, so it was fine, but I thought, man, he must either not fly a lot or he doesn't do that move a lot. Because if you did that move, you can't do that move a lot because you will get
You're
stuck.
gonna
yeah,
get
once-
Yeah.
torn down. Yeah,
Yeah,
1
yeah.
out of 2.
Yeah, you're going to sit next to Dawson at some point.
Especially these days, people are just so on edge in airplanes, and you see all these videos and stuff. Like, I just head down.
Yeah.
Fucking get through this.
Yeah, exactly.
They
Exactly.
should start putting that though on the videos where they tell you how to use your safety belt, how to use the flotation device. It's getting to a point now where they should be saying, "Please keep your hands to yourself. Do
Yeah.
not touch the people next to you." And it can be applied in many a situation.
Yeah.
Well, I think I have a solution. If you are
A
inclined,
lot of situations.
I-
if you're
like
inclined
that.
to tap the guy next to you, instead of doing that, just ask the flight attendant, "Can I get a bottle of water for this dude?"
Oh, that's a pretty good move.
That's a nice
And then
move.
just fucking tuck it away. And when
Who's
the
gonna
dude
hate
wakes
that?
up, go, "Hey man, I got this for you."
Bottle of water, the
That's
universal.
good.
Yeah.
It's the handshake.
Or
of
you
the
could just be an
skies.
absolute.
Handshake of this guy.
The other option.
Indeed, it is.
The other option is to be an absolute insane person and order like a tomato juice, something totally
Oh,
obscure,
V8?
and
Oh.
just have that sitting there and be like, "Bro, I thought you might be thirsty,"
Yeah.
and then the guy has to kind of thank you, but also
Oh, this is, I'm realizing, the
Drink it.
perfect opportunity to be like, "Just a water for me." He wants a Jack and Coke, though. You
Oh.
know, put it on his tab, no problem. He's not going to know. He slept through the whole thing, man.
He has to pay for it, though. I love where your head's at, but the math doesn't work.
Yeah. Well, okay. So this guy is a little talkative. I have the earbuds in them. So I get my snack, get my sparkling water, and now it's time to watch a movie. I choose Spectre, the 007, the penultimate
Spectre.
Daniel Craig Spectre movie. Great. I loved it. And the thing is, I saw No Time to Die. And then thinking that I
That's
didn't,
so out of order.
I didn't need to see Spectre. Like, oh, you can watch any of these out of order. And no, it referenced Spectre a ton. So now I was just curious, like, what happened in Spectre? I got to see. And I had a great time. It was great watching. But I remember watching, and I have the cup because they give you the plastic cup and the seltzer, and I put the cup there, and it's empty now. It's clear. It's empty. And this guy just puts his trash into
In your cup?
into my
Your cup?
Yeah, into my cup as I'm watching, and I look, and then I look at him, and then he proceeds to grab the cup and give it to the lady to throw away. He's like, "I got you."
Okay, weird. Very
That
weird.
guy's a personal space invader. I don't like this
Yeah.
guy.
He was
Yeah.
he's a big guy too, so his arm like pretty much went into half my chair at my seat anyway. But
Yeah, I
Were
don't
you
like that.
middling?
I was windowing.
Okay.
Was he
was
middling?
middling?
Well, no, this was a small plane. It was
Okay,
only two.
dose seater.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was pretty much middling. Yeah, he's meddling and middling. So yeah, I thought that kind of caught me off guard too. Like, okay, personal
That's
space
what we're
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. But otherwise, great flight, great trip, and good hang in.
Depends on what kind of mood I'm in, but usually the morning flying home from a weekend of live shows, I'm not in a good mood.
Typically I'm not either, but there's a few things that change. One, we're in Pacific time, which totally helps me because typically we're like on the East Coast where I woke up at 3 a.m. Pacific to get on this flight.
Right.
And I'm a grumpy goose. Two, I didn't drink the night before. I didn't go out or drink or anything like that. Because we were in Pacific time and I was burnt. And the late show started at 10:30 and they went to like 12:30. So
Chris, I won't torture you, but
cooked.
I can confirm that Dawson is often ornery after a live show, and I could probably pull up 5 or 6 different selfies I've taken over the years of us on planes. Neither of us look good.
yeah, I know. Trust me, I've definitely. I remember one time.
Make a blanket out of those pictures.
There's some of them.
Make an AIDS quilt out of it.
Dude, some of them.
All
you and
these
I
pictures.
Are just, ugh.
Remember one time in Chicago, we went out, and all the ace holes, like all the guys that we know from the cruise and stuff, were out there. And it was right after I got engaged. They went, "Let's have your bachelor party right now, fake bachelor party with us." So they just basically, we go out drinking, and we go out till the wee hours of the night, and my wake up time in the lobby is 5:15.
What night was it? What show was this? When
This
was
is in
this?
Chicago.
I don't like the claw.
Yeah.
Remember when we discovered what time bars closed in Chicago, Dawson, and it was like Christmas morning?
Almost got into a fight. You remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Because
do.
you were that excited?
No, it was. The bars don't shut down till 4 in the morning. Me and Gary were stoked that it was like 1:45 and we found a bar, and we're like, "You don't close until 4?"
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. So we go in, sit at the bar, order a couple beers, and go outside to smoke. And we put our coasters on top of our beers and walk outside and walk back in. And there's this group of frat guys that just showed up. And one of them is standing right in front of where I was sitting, or he was sitting in my chair. And I just politely asked for my seat back. And he goes, "What'd you say?" I said, "That's my seat. That's my beer. Can I please have it back?"
And you put your arm around.
Oh, you want your seat? Yes. I would very much like to have my seat where my beer was, where my coaster was on top of it. And I just looked at him. And I don't know what calculations
Reasonable.
he did, but there were like 6 of them and me and Gary. And they were bigger than us. Well, they were bigger than me. It could have ended very badly.
They were big guys. If that guy reacted the wrong way in
Yeah.
that moment, we would have been in some trouble.
That's weird because you were very polite
just-
in that, but Gary told me this story.
I was polite but firm.
Yeah, see,
And I
Gary-
wasn't taking bullshit.
when Gary told me this story, you went up to me and went, "That's my seat. That's my drink." You put your arm around his girl, like, "This is my girl." And you went, "But this is yours," and you flipped him off. And like that's, but he's still polite. But I think that's more rude. The way I think that's what happened because Gary told me that right after. So
Memories fade.
yeah, memories fade. But either way, you didn't deserve that. You no fight should have happened anyway.
Well, no fight happened.
Good.
He gave
Yeah.
me my seat.
Yeah, he relented.
So
Are
I
you
got.
karate fighting him in your mind? Like trying to send that signal?
I was at 40% panic, but I was still 60% like, I got this.
Good.
Good ratio.
Matt, if you saw anybody fighting karate in the wild, would it freak you out? Because I think you don't see that.
I guess it would.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of awesome.
It's
though.
always just throwing hands. If I saw someone throw a roundhouse in a bar fight,
Yeah.
that'd be pretty wild. Yeah, I remember one time, like a guy, like one of my friends got sucker punched because he was like talking to this girl, and I guess she was with one of the guys there. And the guy's like, "Hey man, what's up?" And he like shakes his hand, like, "Hey, what's up? I'm blah blah blah." And my friend's like, "Oh, hey, what's going on?" And shakes his hand, and the guy grabs his hand, closes it, and then with the other hand just socks him in the face out of nowhere, broke his nose.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And there was never an explanation. That's just how that dude rolls.
Yeah,
I'm
crazy.
gonna file that under things that should have happened to me 150 times.
Dude, it's like two black eyes.
If you are going to sucker punch somebody, that's a hell of a way to do it, though, because you get that other hand completely out of action.
Disabled.
Yeah.
Damn.
Disabled and off guard.
That's a guy who's sucker punched before.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's not your first time sucker punching.
That's his move.
That's his move. He did his move again. It's like MacGruber's throat rip.
Yeah, or
But then his
jumped in his
downfall was the
boxers.
day he did it to a left-handed guy.
That's right.
Or
And
he
that
might be left-handed
guy
too.
knew how to fucking block and throw the fucking
Yep.
Bows.
Yeah.
Yeah, throw some bows. So when we were in Chicago, I went out with the ace holes, and we tied one on, sure, and all the way till the wee hours of the night. Get back, I get in the room, like I have to wake up in an hour, and be in the lobby in an hour. I can do this. Everything's totally fine. I can handle this.
Just 48 minutes of sweet sleep.
Yeah, well, just 48 minutes of sleep. I'm not even gonna go to sleep. I'm just gonna stay up and beep beep beep. My alarm's just going off. Like, oh my god, I passed out. Like in the middle of me thinking that my alarm passed. Oh my god, I grab it. My alarm's been going off for 5 minutes, and I should have been. I should be in the lobby by now. I'm like, I'm not even packed yet. I'm like, I haven't brushed my teeth. Oh my god. Adam's calling me. And I answer the phone.
I don't like the clock.
Yeah. I don't like Chris. But it's like, Chris, where are you? Like, we're all down here. We're waiting on you. And I go, and I mean to say, oh, I'll be right down. But my voice is gone. So I'll be right down. you know, because I haven't tested
just
my
made
voice
it
yet. I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh god. And so I brush my teeth. I pack up. I race down there. I don't even know if I have all my shit. And I get down there. And August is down there, and he's like throwing his bag in the trunk, and he's like super pissed, right? And he's just like mumbling to himself. I'm like, oh my god, August is mad at me. And then Adam goes, August is pissed because they didn't give him his wake up call. So I'm like, what? Yeah. And August's like, yeah, they freaking didn't give. I always do a wake up call at these hotels, and they didn't let me order one. And I went, me too.
Smart man.
Me too. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get my wake-up call either.
Bullshit.
That's freaking bullshit. And then,
Did you buy it?
oh, he bought it. We talked about it on air the next day. Brian's like looking at me on air. Brian's like, Chris, why are you getting a wake-up call? Who does that anymore? Like, you should just use your phone. Who doesn't do that? I'm like, this is the way August taught me. I don't know. Like, I'm like so dumb. But no, oh man. I
The
got
next
so
time
lucky.
you're on a job interview and they say, a lot of times
Right
we have
after
to
Adam
call
hears that
audibles
story.
here. Can you give me one example of when you really had to think on your feet?
That's your story.
Yeah, I got
Use that story.
it. Was just it
With
really
the
was just-
right boss, say the job say it goes, we pay $72,000 a year for this great producing job. As soon as you told that story about when you had to call an audible, I'd be like, all right, I'm going to call Human Resources and see if we can free up $80,000 for this job because this is yours.
Yeah.
Real fast before we get into comments, for anyone who's watching on video, you probably noticed that the guys who are drinking claws all have these really cool koozies.
Perfectly sized.
They're beautiful. They have the image as drawn by Stephanie Blaine of all of us as dogs in Vegas, and she sent in a note. And she made a custom water cooler card and everything.
What?
I love it.
Yeah.
That's high quality too.
Oh, yeah, it's glossy, baby. Dear Bubble Boy Army, you won't be finding food in this package, but you'll find some personally designed gifts for the next time you're craving a beer. Enjoy the koozies along with some guitar pick magnets I picked up in Hollywood, Florida. There's one for each Bobo Boy. Thanks for the awesome content. I'm sure she meant content. Every week, sincerely, Stephanie Blaine. So thank you so much for our koozies. These are awesome.
Yes, thank you, Stephanie. I love the artwork anyway, like even just the digital stuff, but to see it on something
To see it out in the
real.
wild. Matt, just so you know, Stephanie, Matt loves this logo so much that when I printed out the first piece of paper from the show so that I could show all the guys and then I was going to put it on the video, Matt took that paper, folded it up, and it's sitting in his office to this day.
That's right.
Fold it up though.
just to make like a little stand.
A little mini, like so it balances on itself.
Where do you guys fall on the koozie? I'm a big proponent, especially as of late, because I like canned beer.
When there's me as a dog on it, I am very pro koozie. Very pro koozie.
Yeah.
Like, I love this.
I don't like the NASCAR ones or the ironic ones. It's
I have
goofy shit, but
I have like 4 koozies, and one of them got from the Ace Holes. One of them is another Corolla-related koozie. One of them is this one. And then when I was working at the Rockin' Pod Expo in Nashville, I was walking through I was out there semi-exhibiting. You know, I didn't have to pay. I just did some interviews, but got out there. And I'm walking through with a beer, and these people are selling koozies. And this chick goes, "Looks like you need a koozie for that beer." And I turn around and go, "You're goddamn right I do." And I thought she was just going to give me one.
That's her
And then
pitch, man.
I did the math in my head, and I'm like, "Oh, I have to pay for it."
Yeah.
But without missing a beat. And how much are they? She didn't know.
Well, sir, they come in a
I
100
paid.
pack.
And it keeps it's a blankie for the beer.
Yeah, it's a
blankie.
It's a
That's
nice.
what it should be called.
It's
Not
a
koozie.
beer blankie.
A beer blankie.
Yeah. Well, we love the beer blankies, Stephanie. I like the stitching on the side too.
Yeah,
It's
it helps with the
cool.
grip, too.
Yeah, these are good quality coos. So
You want some good quality coos, man.
yeah.
I'll tell you what. Bird.
So thank you, Stephanie. We really appreciate it. Super thoughtful, and you're very talented. My God. All right, you guys want to do some comments?
Yeah.
let's do it, baby.
It's time for listener
All righty, and these are all comments found within our Facebook group. And I suggest everybody listening to this join our Facebook group. We're a great community, and it's super easy to join. You just go to facebook.com/groups/BoboBoyArmy Worldwide LLC. Answer a few questions.
I changed the questions as you asked, Dawson.
and we may let you in. Ooh. What are they now?
Well, one of them is fill in the blank. Do yourself and then it's the number of letters for flavor. I specifically did that. The number of people who have gotten it wrong and just missed the number of letters is absolutely insane.
But everyone,
But they were still like,
technically,
They're all
knew.
trying it, yeah.
Yeah.
2 people put favor, and I was like,
Yeah.
You'd think with everybody
Has
on the
anyone
Wordle
got
craze.
flavor?
Not yet.
And just
they will.
Yeah. Okay.
One guy just recently answered the question of how can you get an extra episode of Watercooler each week? The answer, of course, is Patreon. He said, always be a week behind, and then you'll have 2 at all times. And I was like, you son of a bitch.
Let him in.
You're right. That works. Okay. So
Bravo.
welcome,
Smart
sir.
man.
But also, you can subscribe to our Patreon, and we do 2 independent, real episodes every week.
then you
Yeah.
can be 4 episodes
Yeah,
behind.
bro.
Yeah,
You can be... Shoot.
You could be stocked up.
Well, if you subscribe to our Patreon, you're getting 85 or 86 back episodes, so you'll have new Watercooler forever.
And speaking of Patreon, we are doing our meetup this week and our movie night. So not too late to sign up and catch those. It's Matt's pick for movie night again.
Yeah, baby.
Cool.
I'm excited.
Yeah, we all are. Gary, I believe Gary said he's bringing his sunglasses.
You don't want to
that
wear
one.
sunglasses for this one. You want those peepers open.
Any hints?
It's 89 minutes long.
I love you. Well done.
Oh, dude, Netflix.
I think this is going to be my favorite movie so far.
Netflix has a category now that's like
90
under
minutes.
90-minute movies. Yeah, that might be Dawson's area. So let's get into some comments within the Facebook group here.
Speaking of movies, is Kalen here? Is he going to do his segment at all today?
No flicking the bean.
Bummer.
Okay, I had my fingers crossed. I didn't want to say never, never say never, but let's start off with Ruben Caballero says, are any of the Watercooler boys planning on icing Chris at his wedding? If so, please take video. Sincerely, everyone in this group.
What does that mean? We dump a bucket of Gatorade on him?
No, that is not what that
ice.
means.
Ice
Bucket challenge.
Smeared off ice.
I love it that we're all planning to ice you, and then Dawson just comes in with the ice bucket challenge at the end.
Yeah.
I iced you, bro.
I support ALS.
If
No.
we were going
Right after
to,
the wedding. That'd be so great.
we could not reveal it on the air.
No, but I will say someone who is known to ice Watercooler hosts will be there,
Yeah.
sort of in the vicinity. So
Oh, I know.
You never know.
You never really do know, but I'm super excited. Let's see here. Trevor West says, "Oh, he had a poll taking a shower, the shower poll." What
Dungeons and Dragons.
And that's why you got to subscribe to Patreon for gems like that.
Trevor says, what are you doing first in the shower? Now, we've talked about our shower culture
Yes.
in the past. Matt's tummy towel, Matt's
Refusal to turn around.
Yeah, Matt's refusal to turn around. I guess we've really just talked about what Matt does in the shower.
Pretty much.
That's insane.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Since
But this is pretty basic stuff that we can all relate to. What do you do first? Shampoo and conditioner, soap. What goes on first?
Usually shampoo.
Yeah, mine's shampoo as well because I leave it in for a little bit.
I leave
How's
it
your
in.
hair look so? You got good Asian hair though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It-
Should let that.
No, my shit's fucking
Gary?
Brillo, not Brillo-y,
Yeah.
but it's
Chris, you poo every day
fucking
though.
thick.
yeah,
You use the poo every day.
I poo. Yeah, I do poo every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times a day?
I shampoo once a day, and I poo
Poo.
once a day, pretty much.
Okay.
Although I
In
hear,
the shower.
Once really?
yeah, what you got twice,
Oh, dude. Sometimes I got a 4-banger
dude? I got.
every morning.
I've
me
done.
guess.
I one period of the day.
I've
You
absolutely
gotta
gone
drink
full.
you gotta drink a carafe of coffee.
Yeah. Just really let it go.
Yeah.
On average, it's once a day. I mean, sometimes it's none a day.
Yeah.
But I've heard
Is that really?
Sometimes.
it's happened,
Oh wow.
and then it worries
think
me
I've
next
done
day.
it
Like,
once
oh,
a
I
day.
didn't.
Yeah, you should be worried.
Yes, but
To
there's
be clear, I was not asking how many times you poo. I asked how much you use the poo.
well, no, but now we're here. So I heard though that you can go like, not go for like 3 or 4 days, and it's normal, and you're fine.
Wow.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's normal. I think you're fine.
No, well, no, like people go like once every 3 days,
It's
and that's
some
okay.
people's normal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they're-
normal.
Yeah.
I'm saying they're a smaller segment of the population. Sure, boss. But yeah. So you go shampoo first because you leave it in for a while. I go shampoo first because I'll use the trickle down to start the cleaning.
Oh, look at that.
Are you using this? Do you have like a hair and body wash? Is that like use the same?
Nope.
Use the same product.
I just use shampoo and I consider it to be soap and it can clean other things on my body because, Chris, spoiler alert, my entire body's covered in hair.
Oh yeah. So you.
So as far as I'm concerned, fucking, it's fair game, baby.
yeah,
That body wash comes out for date night and stuff. A lot of times we're just shampooing and we're pooing all over ourselves and then we're moving on.
You said it,
I
brother.
don't think those are ours. Can
Yeah.
you go grab Topos so we don't get yelled at? I'm sorry. I've yelled at too many people for stealing our shit. I'm
Dawson just
prime
brought in-
fucking, I'm a target for it.
Dawson brought in actual White Claws. Remember we drank those?
I do.
All right. Let's.
Found the claw's only weakness. Sub-zero temperatures!
By the way, the poll was poo first.
Yeah.
That's good.
In the lead, and then soap, and then some people just water. Let's see here. Jason Thomas, he says, so we had to brand and castrate baby bulls today.
Oh.
They're steers now.
That does not sound like fun
Not for the steers.
Yeah.
for anybody.
Now Jason says, I've never had or prepared Rocky Mountain oysters until today. Pan fried after a 2-hour brine soak with the membrane removed, sliced about 3/8
I'm already
inches
out.
thick, and rolled in.
I'm already
I'm
out
hurting.
at the word membrane.
It's hurting me.
and rolled in cornmeal, flour, salt, pepper mix. Could not believe how good they were. No wonder they call them cowboy caviar. Bobos, don't be scared. Woof woof.
I'm sure they're delicious, but
Who is this from?
God chooses who will go and who will stay.
A guy named Jason Thomas.
Is that a cowboy name?
Sure
could
is.
be. It's
That's
two
a
first
cowboy
names.
name. Yeah, that
That's true. That's like
chance.
Billy Bob.
yeah. Jason Thomas. Jason, I'm not scared. I think the way after you describing how good they were, I would give it a shot.
Of
Now,
course you would.
yeah, I would. I am curious. I know Matt. So you draw the line.
I'm not eating balls, dude.
Bro.
All right. It's like a cultural thing.
care
Anthony
if you
Bourdain
fry
did it.
'em.
Anthony Bourdain did it.
By the way,
Sure.
someone put
He
that
also
time
killed
code.
himself, Chris.
Okay, that's
God,
not a good
Jesus.
excuse.
You made me go there.
I didn't
hate
make you go
myself.
there.
I'm
Why'd
so
you do
sad.
that? Oh, my God.
Show took a turn.
No, it should have went Zimmerman. It was in my brain. Like, which way are you going, Chris? Cowboy caviar. I would try it, sure. And Jason, I don't know where. I mean, I obviously can't buy them. I don't think any restaurants out here serve them.
How much you want to bet on the ranch? They call him JT. Hey, JT, you want another one of these cowboy balls?
I went to a James Taylor show at the Hollywood Bowl, and everyone there was calling him JT.
Hey, JT.
Really?
And I'm like, that is not JT.
No, he's
Did
not
James
bringing
Taylor-
sexy back.
Did James Taylor, when you saw him, just play covers of other people's shit?
No, he played his own stuff.
Okay.
And
The current tour he's just doing covers of other people's stuff.
oh, interesting. No, I didn't see that one, but he played his own stuff. Super good and really funny, really good banterer. And then I realized, he was in Funny People too. Like, I mean, he played himself at like that corporate event, but yeah, he's a funny guy.
Yeah.
Let's see here, Danny Feynman. Oh, there's a picture going around of the Air Force Thunderbirds, and there's a Staff Sergeant Melvin Loxamana on the side of the plane. A lot of people tweeting me that.
Yeah.
Wasn't his co-pilot named
It's
Christopher?
Well, yeah, and Christopher Thompson.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess you had both my names side of a jet,
So weird.
and that's pretty cool. I'm
Yeah.
pretty proud about
That's
that.
pretty badass.
I'm proud of that. Don't know the guy.
You worked
either
hard for
one.
that, Chris.
Yeah, I did.
The chances of that happening for Gary, myself, and Matt are in that order.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Gary's chances of having both Gary and Smith
I don't
on
know.
the side of an airplane.
Yeah.
Mine are second highest. Yours would be the absolute lowest.
No,
if
I don't
you
think
could
so.
say which one of us is going to have both of our names featured on an airplane, an F-14.
Absolutely, Kalen is last.
Kalen is last. Matt is really close to last because as we've talked about, there aren't any other Fondeliers.
No, everyone had the sense to change that name because it looks too much like Fondelier.
How dare both of you?
Yeah.
I come from a long line of fighter pilots. I'll have you know.
I know a guy who changed his last name
Negative
to
Ghost
Grant
Rider, the pattern is full.
because his last name, what he was born with, his last name was Horny.
Horni
EY.
EY. That's not better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's tough.
Got changing it. Yeah, he changed his name, and I was like, I get it. That must have been tough going in school. Let's see here. Todd F.T. Brammer, a.k.a. Dice Boy.
Dice Man.
Dice Man. God,
Who?
I'm sorry I said
Victory
boy.
Dickory
Yeah, it's
Dock.
the Dice Man.
Dice man.
He says,
Dice Boy's hanging out with Lake Boy.
Dice Man says, I was catching up on this week's episode, and Dawson was talking about ice fishing whilst I was ice fishing.
Nice,
Wow.
Yeah, so that's
dude. This
pretty
is
cool.
what it's like when worlds collide.
This is what it's like when worlds collide. Now, I've always wanted to go ice fishing. When we were driving through Washington, all the lakes were frozen. I don't think I've ever seen that, really. We're just big frozen lakes.
frozen lakes,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's really cool.
I've seen it in Wisconsin. It is very cool. From everything I've heard, shouldn't it be called ice drinking? Don't
Yeah.
those guys just go out there with a chainsaw, cut a hole in the ice, drop the lines, and then get hammered?
Yes.
Well, then
You're
going.
not going to catch more than like
But
one
the
fish.
wives.
Yeah. Well, it's just like it's like fishing
So
then.
it's- yeah, you just call
You know,
it fishing.
you just call it floating, like because you're just
The
dropping. a
wives
line.
aren't going to let you go if you're just going to go, hey, honey, I'm going to go ice drinking.
That's true.
I agree the branding is tough, but on this show, can we just be honest about it?
Plus, and you might catch a fish, which is cool. But I saw
Lots
one.
of walleye. You get lots of
There's
walleye.
a frozen lake, and there's just one guy in the middle of it, ice fishing by himself.
Oh, no. You got to have one of those houses. You can't just be the
He was
guy
outside.
No,
the hall.
Next
I
time
don't
you go
wanna
to
do
a
that.
charity fish fry in the Midwest, know that all that was caught by 3 dudes over the winter.
Yep.
Wow. See, I kind of like that culture. I'm curious, and I would like to try it. Let's see here. Erica Mercado Delgado.
Fantastic.
That's
like that
that's a
name.
shopping center in Santa Barbara, I think.
Says, does anyone else listen to podcasts to fall asleep? Well, the other night I was about to doze off while listening to the water cooler.
Wow. What
And-
an honest
Yeah,
review.
Okay, I'm just gonna
luck.
stop there, Erica. What the heck?
Don't tell us
No,
that.
I think it's going to go horribly wrong
No,
for her.
Chris, I think we have to take this another way, and I think we have to be flattered that we are the most soothing thing that she can think of to calm her mind and
that was that-
ease into her sleep.
You
know what,
You don't,
Chris?
Gary. You don't have to be diplomatic about this. She's already sleeping. We're 43 minutes in. She's asleep. We can talk.
Wake up!
All the,
Chris, you only have
wake up!
You only have yourself to blame for this because you started the last episode with your ASMR bullshit, whispering. You lulled her to sleep.
Oh yeah.
That was
I
on
did.
Patreon, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
was.
was.
But I did start off with ASMR, so that makes sense. Because a lot of people do say, like with the Corolla Classics, they say my voice is very soothing. Yeah,
It's a tough word to say too. Lulled.
yeah,
Lulled.
yeah. We're not in it for the lulls. We're in it for the lulls here. Okay.
There you go.
You say you hear that your voice is soothing. You know what I hear more often than I expected to? You sound shorter.
I do hear people say that. They're actually very surprised at how tall you are.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people say that I sound whiter.
That's
totally racist.
That's a great thing to say in
totally
2022. Jesus. I think the
love
taller
it.
thing's weird, but that's just.
I love it. I go. They say to me, "You don't sound as homeless as I picture you."
I like my
Thank
short.
you.
I like my taller
Yeah.
thing
Yeah,
now.
Gary's okay with his now. Well, anyway, Erica says that all of a sudden she heard Matt say her name during one of the plugs. It was when they're giving a shout out for the video game stuff, and she was one of the gamers, and she gave it her gamer tag. But I was also thinking, okay, so people listen to us while falling asleep. Fine, we're soothing. We want to. We're safe. We make you feel safe enough to fall asleep and go end the day on a high note.
I don't think it worked, but go on.
But do you guys get bothered that a lot of our listeners, cell phones and people, listen to us at 2 times speed?
Not at all.
Doesn't bother me at all.
Doesn't bother you?
No.
No, that bothers me. Yeah.
Oh, it bothers Dawes.
Yeah.
Kind of bothers
Because
me.
it affects the tenor of our voices.
That's true, and I
We're
can
not
understand-
really here for content. We're here because we fucking are bros. We know how to do.
Imagine,
broadcast.
Gary.
Bros in broadcast.
Imagine you're a mixologist, and you're. Oh, actually, I should do this to Matt. Matt, imagine you're a mixologist, and you have your Empress gin.
Got it. Picturing
You
it.
get it. You put it in the shaker. Put the ice, those nice ice cubes that you made yourself out of distilled water.
Yes.
And you
Climb
shake
to
it
the
up.
highest mountains.
Climb
chip
to the
them
highest
away.
mountains. You pour it into the glass with what's something you like to drink gin with?
Just a little bit of ginger ale.
A little bit of ginger ale. Then you garnish it with a sprig of rosemary
Okay.
You really should have
Okay,
picked
all
a
that you
drink.
grew. I really should have.
You are.
And then you
You're a
take
mixologist,
you take the lighter and you light the rosemary on top just to give the aroma.
Yeah.
And you spent all this time making a drink, and you give it
I
to the
get this
person.
drink at Applebee's.
You
Like
give it to
the
the
drink to Dawson.
You give it the drink to Dawson, and Dawson takes it and just shoots it like, as fast as he could.
How good are you at pounding it, and how good are you at chugging it?
Yeah, no,
I would ask him.
I agree with that.
That's what Matt would ask him.
How much time? I mean, you're just listening to people talk about nonsense. Are you really doing yourself that much of a favor by listening to it at double speed?
Well, here's the thing, though, and I
wanna
get
fall
this because
asleep
I've
twice
listened to
as
one.
fast.
I've listened at 2 times the speed. I've gone up to 2.5.
No.
And
2.5 is
2.5 is
too
unlistenable.
far. Yeah. No. Look, as someone who listens to every show at above 1x, I've listened to this show at above 1x, and Dawson, you're right. It does change the tenor of our voice, but if you're used to that from other shows and from listening to podcasts, it just becomes normal. And frankly, all we want is for them to listen to the end. So listen at your speed, baby.
Right.
Why
Just
is that how we get points on downloads if you get through the end? Or
Plugs
something?
is where we remind people to go to Patreon and stuff, and theoretically, one day we might start selling ads.
Yeah,
for this
by
show.
the way, just skip to the end now. Just fuck all this stuff we're talking
No,
about. right now.
don't
Just
skip.
go right
They
to
know
the
when you
end.
scroll to the end.
Yeah,
Just
they
listen.
know about the skips.
Listen at
Just
whatever
hang.
speed.
Now, I understand if your job is
Erica,
listening
stay
to
on.
like you have to listen to podcast for your job. Like I can see Kalen listening to Stern on Sirius at twice the speed because that's part of his job.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
gotta-
We scrub through YouTube videos
Things
at
like
twice
that.
the speed. Sure, we look.
no problem.
But here's the thing. I just think that there's so much content that people want to absorb. And it's just like hooking that thing in the back of your head at the Matrix and just learning karate just like that. Like you're just absorbing all this information at a speed where you can absorb it. And it's just like, okay, I just want more and more and more. Why would I listen to one podcast when I could listen to 2 in the same amount of
right.
time?
I got a life hack. Listen to one less podcast. And if it's this one,
And not
that's
learn
okay.
all of the karate?
We'll miss you.
Imagine if Neo just came out a brown belt.
Hey, Doss, I got another idea. Pick anyone but this one.
I'm fine with that as well.
Oh,
I'll tell you when listening to things at double speed gets a little bit weird. When I do the true crime stuff, I have to watch a lot of murder trials.
A lot of kids
And
getting killed.
I watch that shit in 2 hours because every trial has 80 to 100 hours of stuff uploaded. Right. But listening to people like being sworn to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God at double speed. Parents crying during their testimony at double speed. It is very surreal. But it does allow you to watch twice as much. So it can be a very useful tool.
Dawson, you reference people who have to listen to podcasts for their job. I will never forget the day that I showed Mike Lynch that you can listen at at speed faster than 1x.
Oh, he was so happy, I'm sure.
Oh my God. I thought he was going to pick me up and run me around the building. I changed his life.
Yeah, there is the perfect example. Lynch, he's not here during the day, but he has to be aware of everything that's going on here to continue to do his job. 2 times speed, totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Watercooler, not needed.
Any speed you want.
That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying.
Come on, we're the chill. We're the chill pod.
we're just happy you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Listen, just listen.
All right, let's see here. Johnny. Oh,
Yeah.
actually, let's do Ryan Huff. Ryan says, Los Angeles' shit I did as a kid on the Patreon episode was a wild ride. I was rooting for a happy ending and teenage ingenuity to win the day.
No, teenage ingenuity stops when you're
Ingenuity?
trying to light a cigarette from a backfiring tailpipe.
Yeah.
Tailpipe.
We were all
of
pulling
the
for it, man.
CJ7.
Let's see here. Johnny Shine says, I forgot all the context of the conversation, but tonight my fiance said the phrase, pretty exciting stuff, and I started to crack up.
You want
Woof,
to
woof, woof.
hear the whole thing?
I would.
I don't have it chopped up, so.
Welcome back to Lingo, everybody. Going to find out more about Matt right now. How you doing, buddy?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good. Tell me more about yourself.
Well, I was born and raised in Southern California. I enjoy reading, writing, ping pong. Pretty exciting stuff.
Laugh it up, boys.
It's not exciting stuff. It's pretty exciting.
It's incredible. All right, well,
great.
this goes into our next poll. Steve Schumacher created a poll.
Shrimp Shacker?
Shrimp Tracker. He says, what would you consider the most exciting of the following pretty exciting stuff? And he listed those things, and here's the order of the votes. Ping pong by a landslide.
That's good.
It's a good thing you said
I
that.
agree.
People find that very exciting.
Yeah.
Slapping the podium, number 2.
Which I'm not getting. I slapped the podium too much.
No, I think in that moment you went, I think, wait, you want to listen again?
No.
Yeah.
No, please.
Let's check it out.
Welcome back to Lingo, everybody. Going to find out more about Matt right now. How you doing, buddy?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good. Tell me more about yourself.
Well, I was born and raised in Southern California. I enjoy reading, writing, ping pong. Pretty exciting stuff.
Oh, there are quite
There's
a lot
like
of slaps.
4 or 5 slaps
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
We're certain those are all me.
Gave that podium a beating.
We listen again if you'd like,
No, I
Matt.
just, there's only people next to
Well,
me.
people found that the next exciting.
Yeah. All right.
Third was you're born and raised in Southern California.
Okay.
That was good. Writing is the next, and
Yeah.
reading far.
Again, that's the one I really regret. Really regret putting that
You wish
one
you
on
could
the
take
list.
that one back.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jordan Anderson says, when talking about those big cubes of ice, I wanted to show off my rose ice cube molds I got
I
from
saw those.
Four Roses. They seem to hold up better than ice cubes or spheres, so you get less dilution. I had a cube the other day. I like the cube. Cube might be my favorite. Haven't had the rose, but because of the shape, I could see how it might change it up a little bit.
Sure.
Let's see. Eric Montgomery says, Dawson,
Yo.
try Baroni's pizza.
I love Baronis. I
near your
have
hood.
Baronis at least once a month.
Okay, so yeah. I was watching that Pam
They
and
don't.
Tommy
They don't
series.
deliver. So if you're home housebound and there's no way you're going out,
They don't do, you can't
can't
do like
get
a
Baroni.
DoorDash?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
Is that the same Baronis from Pam and Tommy, like that Hulu series? They do a lot of scenes out of Baronis in the Valley.
It's on Oxnard.
Yeah.
There's only one.
That must be it. Kiersey J. Smith says, hey, brothers.
Hey, Kiersey J. Smith.
Speaking of peppering things, my grandpa always put pepper on his cantaloupe. Only way I will eat it. Give it a try. Pepper,
Gross.
seasoning
thanks.
those fruits. Do you guys F with the tahini?
Not for me.
No.
I have, but not a fan.
Not preferred. All right.
How about you? You seem like the kind of person who'd love it.
I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I do. I'll put it on every once in a while, but I prefer salt.
Eggs Benedict. You putting tahini on it or what?
No, I'll stick with the crab.
All right.
Just because we were talking about the salting of melons during the clip when my son rushed into my office while I was home with COVID, my wife put that clip on Instagram. 20 minutes later, the best man at my wedding called me and goes, "You have a podcast?" I went, "Danny, let me blow your mind. There's also a Patreon. There's 400 plus episodes of this nonsense." And he was like, "Wait, what's going on?" I was, "Okay, Danny."
Well, yeah. Well, Danny,
Welcome, Danny.
welcome.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome. Did he make it in the Facebook group?
Never.
Yeah, because you don't promote it enough, I think. I think you could promote it a little more. I go on the Corolla show every week and go, listen to the water cooler. Everybody needs to
I
listen
noticed
to it.
that. You're doing
What about,
a great job.
Yeah. You did Beyond today. Beyond a Reasonable Doubt, right?
Yeah.
How many times did you mention water cooler?
I wasn't asked if I had a plug.
Neither was I.
Harder to shoehorn in when you're the co-host.
Cut the tension with a butter knife.
How dare you?
Let's see here. Matt, I know you had a share. Maybe we save that
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
Patreon because we got 3 food-related
Oh, great. Plenty of food
food-related
content.
comments here. So let's just
do it.
Let's get these going.
All good.
This is actually a drink-related one. Jason Thomas, the Rocky Mountain Oyster guy, says,
JT.
"Hello, Bubba. Does anyone else drink alcoholic seltzers when off work and drink normal seltzers at work? I realized today that it was like walking around the shop drinking non-alcoholic beers." Huh.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's a
thought.
shower thought.
That is a shower thought, and because I do drink a lot of
So do I.
bubbly water.
It's pretty much
throughout
all we
the
drink
day. Yeah.
exclusively.
It's pretty much all we stock here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never thought I'm just drinking a non-alcoholic claw.
Yeah.
Or a seltzy.
I'm going to think of it that way from now on.
I've drank 2 of those that I can recall.
Bubbly
The
waters?
Bubbly waters.
You know what?
I've drank
Do
about
yourself a
2,000.
flavor and try some.
No, I've had 2 of them here, the regular bubbly waters. I'd prefer water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people
Some
it's
people.
not for them.
I didn't.
Regular water's so 20th century.
No, there's more bubbly for us, man. We don't, we
No,
don't drink the
it's
flat
fine.
stuff.
Yeah, you don't got to worry about me. Now, these Topo Chicos.
Yeah. I had a zero carb beer by Bud Light. They just came out with them called like Bud Light Next or Next Level or something like that.
Yeah.
They should
Got them
call
in
it Bud
Washington.
Light, you're a pussy.
Well, Chris, how was it?
How was it, Chris?
It was all right. Moving on. No, it actually tasted more like seltzer than beer to me, but you know.
I think someone posted about
4%.
that in the Facebook group and said this isn't Dawson's B-.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I drink C- though. But thank you for using the correct terminology.
Yes. All
I
right.
don't like B-. I think it's the worst light beer.
Natty Ice.
Natty Ice is a terrible beer. When you jack up that alcohol content in the ice, really fucks with. Now, Natty Light, love me a natter day.
Oh, he just gave you an
Yeah, I'll double up.
Oh.
Dawson dropping heat.
Every day is natter day.
Time, please.
Let's see here. Lee Phillip Burke says, I've been eating a lot of chocolate-covered pretzels lately. Is there a better food to be covered in chocolate? Maybe frozen banana, cheesecake on a stick. I will tell you this. I don't really care for pretzels by themselves, but if you cover them in chocolate, it really adds a whole thing to them where I'm blown away by how good chocolate-covered pretzels are.
Very good. Absolutely. I would say that the one contender you might have would be the strawberry.
Yeah.
What do you say, Matt?
I was going to say the strawberry reigns supreme in
agree.
terms of what could be dipped in chocolate.
I'm going to blow all your minds. Chocolate-covered espresso beans.
Those are
the
really
greatest
good, too.
fucking thing in the
Yeah,
world.
those are really
are
good, too.
good.
That's straight caffeine and sugar to your head.
Damn, yeah, that's a good choice, Dawson.
Or chocolate-covered Canadian bacon.
All right.
Oh, they do
go there.
chocolate-covered American bacon.
Yeah,
at
that's
fairs
actually
and
not
stuff.
as bad as you would think.
Ooh,
it seems
I have a
strange.
good idea. How about chocolate-covered pretzel bread?
No, it needs to be
Now you're
hard.
speaking
I
my
don't.
language. No, Chris,
No,
don't
no.
be a hater.
Chris, don't be a hater. I think this is a fucking brilliant idea. Hot Mastro's pretzel bread, just covered in liquid chocolate, and you slice that shit up and hand it out. You bring that to my table, I'm eating all of it.
Chocolate bread. Chocolate bread.
Let's just see if we can make Vinny just try to eliminate the water
Yeah,
cooler.
exactly.
Like
Has
his whole
COVID
mission in life.
Has COVID killed the chocolate fountain?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That thing
Yeah.
gone.
COVID
Chris,
killed
I
the
think that's
salsa
really
bar.
up to you.
Golden Corral
Yeah.
is still devastated.
Oh, it's up to. I can bring.
Fondue
Are you
is
having
now
a wedding in 2
fondant.
months?
I am having a
Is
wedding.
it going to be a chocolate?
Chocolate fountain, baby. Call Jenny. She's
Never
gonna be
call.
she's gonna be receptive.
Yeah, who would know?
I'm gonna die.
Hey Jenny,
under
the guys
that.
had the greatest idea on the water cooler. She's gonna, oh.
Yeah, we want. You know what we're doing?
Yeah.
Donuts. but they're frying them on the spot, like
Fuck
on
yeah.
site.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen this
I'm
before.
gonna smoke a
Fucking
lot of
fantastic.
weed
Okay,
and
cool.
eat some
Fantastic.
donuts.
Yeah, we're just doing the fried
Donut
donuts.
bar.
Yeah,
Have a little
the-
topping? A little
yeah,
topping bar
yeah,
on the side?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
that's
Oh, yeah.
good.
That's
That's
what I'm
what
talking
we'll do.
about. That's good stuff.
Thank you. Yeah, I found it.
I'm looking forward to it, Chris.
Look at me. I'm pretty awesome. Lastly, Peter Mortis.
Rigger. That's his new. You got to sign up
Oh.
for Patreon, dude, so we can just call you Rigger. I'm sorry, we can't give him the nickname.
Yeah.
You
He's
can't change
Peter.
your
What's up?
Facebook name.
What's up, Pete?
I don't want any Joe Rogan montages on it. Okay. Peter Mortis says some people like cheese in their scrambled eggs. This is definitely crazy, right? Peter, no. It is not crazy.
Not crazy.
Cheese is great in your eggs.
Oh, yeah.
Unnecessary, though.
That's untrue.
Oh, fight.
You think it's necessary? You can't
No, you're
eat
right. You're
scrambled
right.
eggs
It's not
without cheese?
necessary. You're right. It's
All
not
right.
necessary.
Well, everything's
necessary.
technically
And
unnecessary.
it's
also
not
have a- I can also
always.
have a
It's not
hamburger.
always better. It's
I can
not
have a
always
hamburger,
better.
but I want a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see,
It's not crazy
But,
that
I'm
some
not-
people like it.
I'm with you. We're on the same page here.
now, if you put it in a breakfast burrito,
Sure.
you
Well, now we're
better
changing the whole
better
thing.
put fucking cheese in that
Absolutely.
thing. But scrambled eggs, man, it's got its own deal.
When's the last time you
I'm
made
down
scrambled
with
eggs?
scrambled eggs.
When's the last time you made scrambled eggs?
Ouch. The last time I had scrambled eggs was scrambled spam and eggs,
Nice.
which is a delicacy.
Yes.
That's a Filipino breakfast right there.
That's a Dawson House breakfast. That's
Dude.
a growing up.
You want to collab?
breakfast.
Let's
Dawson's
collab.
Filipino.
So you get the spam, you cook it, get a nice little sear on both
Do you know,
sides.
little cubes. I do the cubes.
Oh, you cube them.
I cube it,
Ooh, I
and
go
then I make
sliced.
sure they get crispy. You gotta
Gotta get them
slightly brown.
Crispier the better.
They
And
call
then-
those spamitos.
I don't even scramble them in a bowl when I do it like that. I pan scramble,
Yeah.
and then scramble them up as they cook.
Yeah. Matt, when's
Fantastic.
the last time you had scrambled eggs? 'Cause I know it wasn't that Lucky Boys burrito.
Yeah, I was not there. Last time I made scrambled eggs was within the last month.
Okay.
And I absolutely
put
put
cheese
cheese
on
on
it?
it.
Yeah,
Absolutely, I did.
Yeah,
I'll tell
see?
you what. Usually in my house, we'll have eggs over medium, like fried eggs.
Love that.
I'll put cheese on that too.
I used to
Sprinkle
order
cheese on that,
eggs
baby.
over medium at diners because I know that like that's kind of a hard thing to make, but it's just like I didn't want them to just scoop out of the scrambled egg bowl.
If you order them over easy, you're going to get runny whites. I don't like runny whites.
Yeah.
That's a big butt.
Over medium's
That's
the way to go.
Over medium is the way to go. That means the yolk is not completely cooked, but the egg white around it is.
Yeah, it's still get a little bit of runny.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I and you put a little water in your eggs, right?
You know, I started doing that after your insane claim that that's what you're supposed to do. I've done it a handful of times now, just to
Just
like
to cook for
anything.
12.
If I try it a bunch of different times,
Just because it's not me and Julie that we're having breakfast for.
I threw some.
We need
water
to
in
make
there.
enough eggs for 17 people at my house today. Someone put some
Just
water in
add
it.
water. It's like when you add water in your soap dispenser. Like, oh, you got more soap.
Yeah.
What?
That's actually pretty smart. That's a real life hack, dude.
It's like
Classic
a thing.
trick. You never done that, Gary?
I used to do it as a kid. Like, oh,
When your soap thing's getting a little bit low, instead of dumping that baby,
Okay, at the very end.
put some water in there.
Put
Yeah.
some water in there.
Refill
Okay,
that
that's
bitch.
different.
yeah, it's just like it refilled.
Should
with more
really do
soap.
it once it gets halfway because you use too much soap anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I've said this before, but there's that Gordon Ramsay video where he's cooking scrambled eggs, and he goes on the heat, off the heat, and he adds a little creme fraiche, and he burns the toast while doing it. It's really great. I've made those eggs a million times. Not literally, but it's really, really good, and that's how I make my scrambled eggs too. Very, very good. A little creme fraiche kind of cools it down, makes it a little rich.
Now you're
Yeah.
speaking my language.
I know you like creme fraiche, Matt. All right, well, those are our comments. Thanks everybody for writing in. We
Those are
appreciate
really
you.
good.
That was
Good, you guys.
That was, yeah, give it up for yourself.
You guys
That
have,
was solid.
come very, very far on the comments. Thank you.
Now,
Yeah.
for the new guy who's listening to episodes a week late so that he'll have two, there would be an outro there if you subscribe to Patreon.
Ah.
But we withhold Kalen and outros.
Yes.
That's a new thing.
Don't say we
You want
withhold.
Kalen.
Somebody was like, I miss
Actually,
Kalen.
he's-
I know.
Kalen
he
is
was
right
on that
now
a while
tied up
ago.
in the broom closet
Yeah.
where we keep
on
the
recently.
extra liquid IV.
Kalen was pretty sick today.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was.
I said, "Why are you here?"
He'll like his whole like this, like like
Biggie?
yeah, he sounded like me doing
Pretty
my
legit.
Biggie. And and he was obviously very sick, and I think he called me today on his way home. He's like, "Hey, I don't think I'm gonna come into work tomorrow." I'm like, "Okay, no problem." He's like, "Yeah, Matt kind of gave me a vibe that he wasn't really into me coming in."
I was
really?
there,
what kind of
sitting on
vibe?
the couch
Like, really?
working.
He gave
I
you?
witnessed it.
I'm like, what do you mean he gave you a vibe? Like, and I'm thinking, like, was Matt being a jerk? He's like, I just got a
I
vibe
wanted
from
to
him.
speak up.
I'm like,
I
what
wanted
did
to speak up.
What did he say? What did he say that gave you that vibe? And he's like, Kalen's like, he said, please don't come to work tomorrow if you're sick.
Yeah,
I'm like,
he said it. He
and I-
said it really pissily.
And I responded,
really
I responded
pissily.
Kalen, I don't think that's a vibe. That's not really like a vibe. That's a.
It was
that's a record
incredibly
request.
passive aggressive. It was incredibly passive aggressive. It also puts forth the statement that if Kalen is there slightly sick,
Right. See, I feel like, Kalen, I know you're listening to this. You misread.
I was not. Yeah, I was.
I'm not telling you to stay home for me. I'm telling you to stay home for you. You came into the office sick as a dog today, and I said, "Why are you here?" And he said with a look of absolute sad sincerity, "I didn't want to miss work."
Good.
And so, okay, great. But, dude, if you're that sick, please just stay home. Just stay home.
Yeah.
I love
Stay
you,
home,
Kalen,
dude.
but
It's nothing
I
to do with me getting sick. I don't fucking care. But if you're sick, stay
Well,
home.
He already had his
Dude, I don't like this
COVID-cation.
vibe you're giving off. I don't really know.
I mean, I don't know. Am I that crazy?
No. I
you're
just
correct.
thought it was funny. He's like, I just got a vibe from Matt. I'm like,
I'm gonna call him.
he
I
straight
got
up told me
him
not
after
to come in
this.
if I'm sick. I'm like, that's not really a vibe. That's
Yeah, I was actually listening to
it-
Chris's side
it
of the
was
conversation.
delivered.
It was pretty funny when Kalen called him. It's Chris like, what do you mean? Like, what?
yeah. Was Matt?
And then-
was that
and
giving you
then-
the cold shoulder? Was he not? Yeah.
And then
not
Kalen
talking to
talked
you?
for about 45 seconds, and you just hear, that's not really a vibe. That sounds like he told you. All right, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Okay, bye.
Well, anyway, maybe Kale will be a Patreon this week. Who
I just
knows?
feel bad, you know.
Yeah. Wait, you feel bad?
Yeah.
No,
I
you
feel
should
bad.
not feel bad.
You're fine.
No, I mean I feel bad for him
Yes,
feeling like he's
you should
obligated
feel bad
if
for him.
you're that sick.
Oh,
That's right. That's right.
yeah. I feel bad for people who tough their way through their jobs
Oh,
when they're
Dawson.
when they got a tummy ache.
Yeah.
It was more than a tummy ache. Like I offered Kalen a bite of chicken, and he said no, and he always takes my
He
bite.
does love eating chicken.
All right, well that will do it for Watercooler. Let's get our plugs in and GTFO. I'll start on the other side of the table with Mr. Matt
Oh,
Fondelier.
well, thank you. Well, first of all, I just want to plug staying home if you're not feeling good. No, you can follow me on Twitter at Matt Fondelier. You can check out our Patreon, patreon.com/watercooler. And I'm very excited for the movie night. You guys are going to love it.
I don't. Are you
believe
nervous, Gary?
I don't believe you.
I'm
You will.
excited for it.
No, you
I'm
will.
traumatized still.
You're going to be very happy.
No, as I said, the more I look back on it, the more fun I believe that night
Yeah.
was, and yeah, I think I'll love it.
I don't have nightmares at all anymore.
Yeah. Gary, so about you.
You check out the Patreon Watercooler. Watercooler, patreon.com/watercooler. And I guess also Reasonable Doubt, but I'm probably going to get yelled at for plugging that.
You plug it all the time. Why would I yell at you?
Nice.
Did you at least do Kalen's outro? That was Reasonable Doubt.
What?
Oh, that's right.
Remember he sang a Reasonable Doubt outro that we asked for you to sneak into one of the episodes?
Oh, yeah. No, that was during COVID, and I completely forgot about that until just now. That's really funny.
We got
All
to
right.
Time code me.
Yeah.
Somebody.
And
See what I can do.
Dots, what's up with you?
I'm gonna do 2 plugs. Number 1, coming into work when you're sick.
Now you
plugging
just
that.
And
You just offset
and,
Matt's plug.
and purposely not coughing on people, looking after yourself.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
fucking toughing it out. You'll feel like a man when you're done.
Sure.
I also want to say you should check out music from Galen Martin and Crutches. Galen Martin
you just call him Lynn Martin.
Galen is his name.
Oh.
Sent me a piece of vinyl. Sent me a vinyl record of his band, Galen Martin and Crutches. He listens to the show. The album is called Unknowing Villain. I listened to the record, dude. It's great. It's fucking straight country. It's
Yes.
it's recorded grittily with real instruments and good songs and great subject matter. Once again, Galen Martin
Can you
and
spell it?
Crutches. Gaelelen. Hold on.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of letters.
Galen. Galen
It's like Kalen.
Martin.
Okay.
Yeah. No, Kalen's got a E
there's
in
an
there
E somewhere in
somewhere,
his,
so
yeah.
I think that's what fucked me up. Anyway, Galen Martin and Crutches, check it out. I've listened to the album like 3 times now, and it's a creeper. It starts to grow on you. So get in there.
There you go. Great plug. I love when people plug music.
I love when people send me vinyl records of their own music.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. Let's see. And as for my plug, I'm going to be at Huntington Beach this Friday night at 25 degrees playing for a few hours, 3 hours on
Nice.
Friday night. So yeah, come out and the band will be playing.
That's a
some
hip club
jams.
there in the HB.
It's a hip club. It's cool. Yeah,
nice.
it's fun, and we have a good time.
Good
out
for
there.
you, man.
So please
And
come out.
For any Angelinos who are tired of the restrictions, it's pretty damn open down there.
Yeah, please come out. It's super fun. Yeah, and we'll have a good time.
People
we'll
are
play
having
some
a good
jams.
time.
I think we play at least one song that you will like with all the range of covers that we do and stuff. So I think I'll have a good time.
Did you do Night Rangers? Don't Tell Me You Love Me.
No, should we?
Throw that in there, dude.
Okay, you got it. And that will do it for Watercooler. Oh, and I will just say one more time. I know you've heard it a million times, but the only way to really support the show right now is by subscribing to our Patreon. It's affordable, and you get content back, so it's not like you're just straight up donating. You're helping us out, and you get something for it. So we hope it's something that you'll enjoy. Especially if you like this show, you get a little bit more extra. So
And where do you go for that?
Patreon.com/
God, I love that we got that
That
URL.
was, oh, wow, that was good.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Probably the best.
That was
probably the best time we've ever done that.
Yeah. And that will do it for Watercooler. Thank you again for listening. We'll see you later this week. We love you. Goodbye.